Mandy Chen. Anyone hungry?
I'm
a little bit. So I'm only going to talk for 2 hours. After that, we'll have lunch. Actually, 2 hours is not enough. Even just talk about one product probably take us 2 days. But I only have 20 minutes. Okay, so we're going to really just briefly talk through the products. I actually practice at a local cancer clinic, so I see patients in cancer all areas. Anyone who knows cancer relatives? Yes. Yes. So when we do cancer care, what we say, we always, sometimes we cure them if we find early. Often we help them, but always what we provide is comfort. When we compare two cancer medications, if this medication can extend the patient's life by 3 months, maybe 2 months, we will say it's significant. We will say this medication is superior than the other one. That's the one we will choose. So when I first heard about Jynneos products, all I had in my mind is vitamins. What's special about vitamins? I didn't see the core difference between Jynneos products and all the other vitamins in the market. And also because the first time I heard about Jynneos products, it's very interesting. In my family, we have 3 people practice in the medical field and all in the cancer field. I do chemo, target therapy, and immunotherapy. And I have another sister who does radiation therapy, another brother who does radiation. But when I heard about Jynneos, it's from another sister who has a finance background, who doesn't have any medical background, and shared Jynneos with us. So it's kind of challenging our authority. So I told her, I said, if you want to try the products, go ahead. But don't even think about I will promote your business for you. Because for me, she's all about business. But for me, I have to have a heart, or I have to love what I do. And I love my patients, that's why I go to work every day. As I used to work 6 days a week. Even on the weekend, I go run the patients in the hospital. And I'm tired every day, but I'm happy because I'm providing care to my patients. Although by the time goes by, I feel more powerless. Doctors, health providers, what we learn is focus on diseases and the treatment. Who is under 45 here? Raise your hand. Who's under 45? Oh my God, just not little percentage. If I tell you 100 years ago, the average lifespan is 45. That means the majority of the people here wouldn't even exist. In 1900 to 2000, from lifespan average 45, it comes to nowadays 85. Why is that? Because we have better health, right? Because also the medicine advancement. But what is health? People always think, I'm not sick, I'm healthy. That's not true? Is that true? No. Because chronic disease takes years to develop and take years to be detected. I have always had a patient ask me, I just had my annual physical and everything was normal. Now you tell me I have cancer. Why is that? We all know we need to eat more vegetables, we need exercises, right? We need to have a healthy lifestyle. Who doesn't know that? Raise your hand. We all know that. But who can really do that? Who can ever do that on a daily basis? Very hard. That's why we're talking about the Jynneos youth enhancement system, because we found out now in the scientific area, aging is a disease. Aging is not just a normal process. A lot of diseases is related to aging. If we can somehow delay the aging, we can delay a lot of occurrence of the diseases. That's what Jynneos is. When we talk about the health, we also want to bring a term, it's called the homeostasis. So we all know health include emotional, physical, mental, right? But in science, we have to somehow measure how healthy you are by how you respond to the changes and how fast you come back to the normal. That's called homeostasis. Another term is balance. Jynneos understands this concept. That's why we have this youth enhancement system, which is I watched my family members took the products about 2 years to bring my attention to it. So I watched Jeunesse for about almost 3 years before I started really looking into the products because I saw the results in my 4 family members. I never seen anyone take supplements can have such results in the short term. So I started doing my research because I want to know, whenever I choose a medication for patients, I want to know why. Because the patients trust us. So I did the research on resveratrol, I do the research on telomeres, I do all this. Then I can confidently tell my patients, you know what? My parents have been taking this for like 3 years now, and I really love it. And I start taking that too. Let's take it together. So I have the confidence. So when you talk about the compensation, I don't know anything about business. But if I believe these products can help my patients, my friends, everyone I know, even without compensation plan, I would share it because I love them. So let's go over a little bit briefly about the products and why this is different from the other vitamins we see outside there. So the advice board, of course, I wish I'm one of them. I wish I'm one of the creators of these products, right? But when we use phone, smartphone, we don't have to know how does it exactly become a smartphone. You see, everyone's holding a phone. For every day of us, all we know is those people, they are devoted years of life to do this scientific research and come out something for us just to grab the results and use it. That's why we use a smartphone. Who knows how the smartphone come along? Nobody probably, right? We just use it. So Dr. Nathan Newman, well known, and Dr. Vincent Jampapa is very pioneer of this, anti-aging field. I love Dr. William Amslock. He's, I think in his 70s, but he's very energetic. And my dad is 81. I wish my dad is kind of like that too, And Dr. Antar is specialized in sports medicine. And we have this new Dr. Christian is in stem cell. So when we talk about Jeunesse products, it's called youth enhancement system. So it's a system. So whoever has a computer, what's the very important software we have to install? It's antivirus, right? You have to have antivirus system in your computer because otherwise your computer is going to crash anytime. So youth enhancement system in Jeunesse, it's like our body. We try to store this system in our body, antiviral, to help us against all the outside, harm. Why we're getting sick? Because our cells are getting sick. No matter how pretty the dress you wear today, honestly, to me, you guys are just a bunch of cells. Okay? So for us, unfortunately, we're labeled by this patient, that patient, by the diseases. If we can make ourselves a little bit healthier, and we can actually avoid a lot of diseases, a lot. So we're talking about outside, because when you look at a person, the first you look is the outside, right? Why we care about the outside? Because this one have the most growth factor in there, which is we call APT200. It's called like a polypeptide, to help us to stimulate your cells, your skin cells, to stimulate them to grow the what? Collagen itself. Instead of you go have an injection of Botox, they rejuvenate your skin. So it's rejuvenate. That's what we're talking about. We don't want to do anti-aging, we want to rejuvenate. So this one is exclusive to Jeunesse only. You see those pictures? They're not the superstars that hired by Jeunesse. They're all members. And I've been using these products for about 3 years. When I first started, 3 years. I wish you can see my skin. I get a lot of compliments on that. And this is all from the Jeunesse members. They submit pictures themselves. So APT200, they have this, property to stimulate your skin cells to grow its own collagen. So we remember that. Because there's no other company in the market right now. They have that much. Because they have over 200. Like the other big brands, you only see maybe 50s, 60s, but not over 200s. This one we call it beauty with the benefits. Because when you use foundation, if you apply every day, you might have a lot of coverage with your freckles, your acne, but you do not have the other nutrients. They might have some sort of vitamins in there, but they do not have the APT 200 that we're talking about. So not only we provide the coverage, but we also nutrient your skin, make your skin radiant, and it's very light airbrush finish. It's a high definition. So when you take a picture any time of the day, 24 hours, you don't have to reapply this foundation again. Just one simple layer, then you're done for the rest of the day. Who doesn't know this one? This one, I can talk days on this one product. So the product, this one contains the most famous one is called resveratrol, which is the active ingredients in the red wine that's good for our health. But if you want to drink enough red wine to have this effect, you have to take about what? 1,000 bottles of red wine. Obviously, we can do that, right? And it also contains berries, pomegranate, green tea, aloe vera, cherries. So what do they have in common? Anti-inflammation, antioxidants, and they can get rid of our free radicals, which is we get to that every day. All those free radicals that are damage our cells. So if we can, once we are born, we start aging, in case you don't know that. So if we can stop, somehow delay the oxidizing of our cells, we are maintaining a little bit younger cells. So this one, for my patients who are going through chemotherapy, of course, all the supplements, they're not FDA claimed to be diagnosed, to be treated, to cure any diseases, but they do supplement. I don't know if you guys know, when people go through chemotherapy, they have a lot of side effects. One of the major ones is they will have oral ulcers. So they cannot swallow, they cannot eat. And I will provide them to them. I said, try this. I'm not sure whether how much it's going to help you, but this can probably help with the inflammation. And they try, and they love it. So it does reduce a lot of side effects of our daily medications. I did a lot of research on the resveratrol from the National Science Library. I found over 20,000 articles talking about resveratrol on all kinds of diseases, anything you can think of. I wish I could bring the whole catalog so we can share about that. But you don't need to because the product's already here. Just grab it and use it. So this is for age 0 to the end. Anyone can take it unless you're allergic to some of the fruits. So this is everything we needed. This one. Who wants to live 220 years old? Raise your hand. What if I tell you if you can live up to 120, but the last 20 years you will be in a wheelchair and you will be in the hospital bed, you will be in the nursing home, and you're not going to be able to remember who you are or your family, or simply you just don't even know where you are. Isn't that sad? What if that one is your loved one? Because if you are the one in the wheelchair, you probably don't care because you don't know. Or what if that one is your loved one? It's very heartbroken when you see that happen. This one is specifically designed for our brain because it has this ingredient called Seracule. It's derived from silkworm cocoon. This protein can help us rejuvenate, repair, and our brain cells. Does not mean we're gonna use this so we don't get dementia, no. But it will somehow help us to delay the aging process, to help our brain cells to stay where we are. Or like a lot of people, we use a lot of cell phones, we use computers, we watch TVs, we have information overload every day. So we cannot concentrate. So it can help us to focus a little bit more. What I do is I take one in the morning about 10 o'clock, and I take one in the afternoon about 3 o'clock, because that's the time my brain starts getting a little bit drained. After I take this, and what I felt is, I can remember patients' names much better now. Because U.S. is an immigrant country, right? So we have people from all over the world with all kinds of names. Some of the names don't even make any sense to me. So I always look at my sheet, I say, Mr. I would be like this. So now, no matter how hard a name doesn't make sense, but I can still remember their names. Or I can remember their face with the names. Isn't that wonderful if your doctor knows who you are? Not just a paper, a file, right? So I can see my brain, the mind in the afternoon is still pretty clear. And even at night, when I do my charting, I still have somehow, clarity in there. So that's what this mind is. And my father is a writer. He's 81 years old, but he still writes. He's been taking this since 2006 when this product came out. From 2006 to now, this is 3 years. My father even broke 3 world records. He's the oldest one, published the most poems, and he published hundreds of books in their lifetime. But from these 3 years, he did a lot of work. He still writes. That's priceless to me. Not only see my father live a little bit longer, I want him to live a little bit more coherent and more to whatever he can still do what he loves to. That's something I wanted for my family. When you use the products, and you will know what I'm talking about. I just took one before I came to the stage, just so I can remember what I'm talking about. So this one, we were talking about aging, right? If we can somehow maintain the health of ourselves, and if there's a way to help us to lengthen our telomeres, the stem cell lives, that means we do have somehow the possibility to live a little bit longer. This one, they have these ingredients to help us to lengthen our telomeres, which is based on the Nobel, Prize. The telomerase do activate our cells to have more, telomere length. So this is called affinity. You take 2 in the morning, 2 at night, and you're done. AM, PM. This is well, actually, all the products are my favorites, but this one is the most favorite because every time I want to talk to a medical professional, what I do, I just open the label to them. Almost, the research shows 70% of the US people take daily vitamins. 70%. If you ask them, how many vitamins are you taking? They probably will tell you 4, 5, 6, 8. One time I have a patient, he takes 15 pills of vitamins. Vitamin A, D, calcium, D, all the minerals, right? If I tell them, yes, if you believe supplements do help our health in the long run, if I can tell you this one, all you need is 2 in the morning, 2 at night. Not only supplement everything that your cell needs to be healthy, and it's most convenient for you. Can you imagine someone take 15 pills? That doesn't even include all the prescription drugs. So after that, they probably won't even have appetite for any meals. So I show people the label. From the PM, we have all the ingredients, all the 7 categories: vitamins, minerals, the cell regulations, the DNA repair, the probiotics, the Q10, like everybody almost take that. Over 70-something ingredients, only in 2 pills. Who can do that? Who can do that other than genetics? This is just, why can I be the one? Figure that out, right? And with the AM, they provide the nutrients for your cells to rejuvenate, basically stay energetic during the day. That's what we need. A lot of people, they said, oh, I sleep well. But next day, by the 10 o'clock or 1 o'clock, they start feeling that cycle. They start feeling sleepy. Why? You might sleep 4 to 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours. Does that mean you sleep well? No. There's a quality. Because you don't have enough deep sleep cycles. We call the REM, rapid eye movement, right? So PM help you not only sleep, and also help you sleep better with the quality. So you can have throughout the day with energy, without worry about, So that's the most convenience for a lot of busy people. 2 in the morning, 2 at night, you're done. You don't need to take any other supplements anymore. Drinkable collagen. People always think collagen is only for skin, only for women. No, collagen also for our hair, for our nails, for our, most important, our joints. We need this. This is actually very vital to our health. But genetics make this very nice flavor. It's kind of tangerine flavor. All you need to do is just put in the water, drink, so that can support your water consumption too. You drink this 1 a day, sometimes you can take 2 a day. That'll help you have this with your skin, with your overall. So it's a drinkable collagen because they contain it with the turmeric. Then, I tried 8 weeks with this because then also have a Zen project with the Mark McDonald's. I have a lot of patients, they tried many other programs, try to have weight loss. They do have weight loss. Sometimes they do have that effect, but when they lose the weight, what else they lose? They lose muscle, they lose their water, and they lose their energy. So they feel crappy. Yes, they become skinnier, but they don't feel healthy. But the Zen, they really work on our cellular level. They kind of like balance our, metabolism. So make you detox and to go back to the balance, and so you feel energy. So you only burn the fat, but you also rebuild the muscle and you retain your water. So this is no other program in the market has this effect to us. The only thing is we still need to combine this with healthy lifestyle, some exercise. Niveau, how many people drink coffee every day? All my coworkers, they have to drink coffee to function in the office. All of them, except me. And I tell them, you know what? Drink coffee, $4, $5 from Starbucks, right? Drink this. Only 50 calories, no any artificial sweeteners. Provide you energy. It's from the fruits and 4 flavors. And it's only $3 something if you average it out. Not only you can drink this to replace the coffee you drink, you can also become a distributor. Do you think of what they're drinking now? They love Nero. They love it. This, I talked to Dr. Christian last time at Orlando, the expo. I said how this one synergetic with all the other products in the genetics. So he told me, all the other products is to help us to maintain our cellular health. But what if we're already aging? We don't even have much that healthy stem cells, right? Because it takes a lot of effort to repair cells. This one to help us to release more stem cells from our bone marrow, which is then it can go to wherever we need to, other system to repair, to replace. So they really work as a system together. This one, my favorite. I always tell people, my hair is thin because I'm very smart. I always tell people my hair, because my husband, before he always say, after you take shower, there's a lot of hair in the bath. Okay? That's because I'm smart. And also because I think a lot. Right? I have to think about my patients and think about just, But actually, what does that mean? Actually, that means we are aging. We might think of too much, but still, we are aging. Nurses cannot, pretend that doesn't happen. After I used this, I said, even before this came out, I asked Dr. Newman, I said, can you somehow find something for the hair? Because we need that. Here you go, review. So I use this for like, when did this come out? This September, right? So I started using that. So now I don't hear any complaints from my husband anymore. Wow. It's not because he learned to be quiet. Right? It's because I do have less hair loss in the bath. And I actually see a lot of effects from my friends already. You know, for someone have early, baldness, and they can have hair regrow. But if your hair follicle is already aged, died, I'm sorry, you're just gonna stay bald. So we need to use this early, before we go to that stage. This one, they have this HPT. It's kind of like, sort of like a stem cell stimulator. So they stimulate your follicles, start growing the hair to provide the nutrients. This is exclusive. I love the term exclusive, don't you? If something only us have, what does that even mean? Each product has a huge market, or each product we can already help a lot of people. Once again, youth enhancement system. Before, we can only live up to 45. Now we can live to up to at least 85. Not only we want to expand our lifespan, we also want to expand our healthy lifespan. Not only we want to focus like a clinical medicine, we want to focus on diseases and the treatment, saving lives. We also want to focus more on quality of life. Genetics understands this. So with these products, combined with the healthy lifestyle, we will have much longer healthy lifespan. Does not mean we're just never gonna die, no. Like in our cancer fields, we always say, our patients, they're battling with cancer, right? A lot of times they lose the battle. But we always say, unfortunately, they do not lose the battle to the cancer. They lose the battle to what? To time. Years ago, a pneumonia can kill us. Nowadays, pneumonia is nothing. Any antibiotic, then they're okay, right? So cancer patients, they lose the battle to time. Imagine if with these products can extend our life by us a little bit more time. Maybe we're lucky enough, fortunate enough, we can wait till another Nobel products, Nobel science research coming out to help us to fight whatever we have to fight. So don't ever not to share genetics with people. I watched 3 years before I start sharing this with my patients, my friends. That's the only regrets I have today. Because a lot of times, we think we still have time, but we don't. Or our loved ones, they don't have time. They don't have time to wait for us to try to figure out what do we say. They might say no. They don't have time. So hopefully we all have a little bit of time to stick around enough in this world for another amazing, nice, fabulous technology to coming out to help us to live forever and to be healthy forever. It's not a dream or not. So wish our dream comes true one day. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mandy. Wasn't that interesting, that doctor's perspective? Thank you so much for sharing with us.